Probably wondered how I did that, right? Yeah. Well, you know what? You can do that with four simple materials. One of those would be a cloth, preferably a towel or something of that nature, you know, and not like a clean one, perfect one, you know, maybe more of a ruined one. We already used this one before, so as you can see, your cloth will turn out absolutely normal again, except you'll have a few rips and you might be crusted on the side too. Second of all, rubbing alcohol. Any kind of work, you know, you just go down to the pharmacy, buy it. Right now we're using 95%. Another thing you need is a lighter. Very simple barbecue lighter. You can use a barbecue lighter or a just regular lighter. And then a sword, the main ingredients. Any sword would work. We'd prefer if it's metal though. You know, don't want the wood to get burned down, etc. like that. And maybe kind of longer, look better. And of course a handle to make it distinctly that it's a handle. So, we'll start off with the first steps. First, you would take your sword. Then you would take your cloth. Start off with the cloth. Just, you know, wrap it around. It doesn't have to be too perfect, just make sure that most of the sword is done. Just wrap it around. So yeah, you know, you might have a little cloth like hanging off, you know, if you want, cut it off, or just make this like thicker in some edges, you know, just quickly went over this. The next step that you want to do is take your rubbing alcohol, open it up. We're not going to open it up because we don't feel like opening it up at the moment, we'll show you after. And then you want to douse it all over the sword, you know, don't worry if it keeps some falling off, you know, just stick it back on. It's wet, so it'll stick to the metal and stick to the cloth itself, you know, and just all sticky. And so once you got it like all soaked and stuff like that, take your lighter, etc., and light up your little your sword, your cloth, and you know, maybe light it like 2 different ends to get it done more. Voila, you got a flaming sword. Now be sure to do this outside because you don't want any of the water dripping off and etc. like that. And be sure to read up on our disclaimer. And you know, if it ever like starts dying out, pour some more rubbing alcohol on it. It's usually good if you buy like 1 or 2 extra bottles. You know, stuff like that. Buy more bulk, you know, like more suspicious, more fun. Indeed! We'll be finishing up the tutorial we just did inside on how to make the flaming sword. So yeah, like I said, take your rubbing alcohol. You really can't see this though. And by the way, it's fucking freezing here. It's minus 35 with the wind chill. And so yeah, just make sure you pour it on, you know, like we're trying to do, we're trying to save it because we only need it so much. Mom! Okay. My hands are fucking cold, so I can get my assistant to help me out. There, my assistant gladly helped me out. And look at what we have here. A perfect flaming sword. Like I said, it's really hot. And it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna...
Holy